Is anybody taking Kanye seriously at this point anymore? I mean, really, Kanye West now dumps Trump. Oh, really? What's next? Tell us something else, Yeezy. What do we need to know about the great Kanye West? First, Kanye West is running for office. Second, Kanye West is running for office. Third, Kanye West. Dude, what is wrong with this man? I mean, really, can someone tell me why this guy is even, you know, I don't know, even relevant right now? Oh, his shoes. I forgot. It's a bunch of stupid people paying $400 for some ugly shoes. Forgot. Sorry about that. Now, let's get back to it. Now, the Kanye West from Chicago that we know from the South Side, that we met, was never a real street guy. No, he never really was that guy. He was the guy that would spend his whole summer in his mom's house, who was a professor at Chicago State University, where I attended. And she was never my professor, but he would often be there as he took classes some of the times. And he would hang out with the crew that wore the stonewashed blue jeans and the K Swiss shoes with the polo shirt. And they all wore the same thing. And in the summertime, they had the jean shorts with the K Swiss shoes. And they're rapping in a cipher. And I don't know what happened to those guys, but I know Kanye West ended up trying to blend in and do shows and trying to blow up as a MC and a producer. So I'm trying to say, I rap too. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, kid. So, anyhow, Sean Lett knew Kanye way more before Common and any of those guys, but Common was doing his shows. He's heard of Kanye, through SC and No ID, who taught all of them. Dirge, Sperm, all those dudes, man. Learned from No ID. He taught them the method. Kanye West was like a hanger on, but he wasn't around SC when that was happening. So if he learned at a much later date. But because he was giving No ID all those props, No ID was like, look, man, I'm gonna ride this train. He ain't doing nothing but giving me props. Ain't no need of me saying I really didn't train this dude. So that happened. Sean Lett protected him when dudes was ready to beat him up and take all his music equipment because they was like, who is this dude with all this music equipment and why we ain't robbing him? They was like, no, dude, don't do that. Like we'll beat him up and take his music equipment, but then what? Like no, don't do that. Common said he's cool. Don't do that. Let's not make it look bad on Common. So the whole 87th Street crew was there. Shouts out to them, man. The whole 87th Street mob. Man, you had everybody back there. My man Von Doe. Shouts out to Von Doe and all his projects he's got coming out. I think he got some movie projects coming out. If he sent it to me, I can go ahead and, get that out. I'm trying to get that uh, from from Sean, man. Get that doggone song he got with that Moan. What's that? That Mona song. I love that song. That Magic Mona. he got. I don't know if SC did that beat or no idea, but he ripped that apart. See, that's back when people used to educate you with rhymes. Tell you about what's really going on in the streets. Now, for me, I'm in a whole different realm when it comes to that. So I like a mixture. And Kanye would, I could listen to that and then listen to Kanye at the same time. Kanye was all about partying and having fun and never rapping about guns and none of that type stuff. So his whole element changed. And he was around Jay-Z. He was still the same Kanye. So when he was out there playing the beats, he was basically playing his album that he had. So anyway, nobody thought nothing of it. He thought he's gonna get a deal if he keeps spitting, but he didn't get no deal. So the jealousy between Just Blaze and Kanye West was evident. It was more of a competitive type of jealousy that made the Blueprint album so great because it inspired Just Blaze to compete with Kanye West. He was gonna lose, but still, Just Blaze is gonna do his thing till he fizz out. And Kanye creativity and his energy was gonna outperform him. Cause that's one thing I know Kanye has over him that's never gonna fade, and that was that energy. He wasn't gonna lose. Any damn show wasn't gonna lose to him. That was not ever going to happen. Now, I'm looking at the situation and going, wow, that Kanye couldn't be touched. Hit after hit sells 10 million. He outsells Jay-Z on his first album. Jay-Z best days could not go diamond. Hard Knock Life was beat on Kanye's first album. But Jay-Z knew Kanye album was gonna be a monster. So he came and put another verse on the album and got on it and started doing some things because he saw the first single that Through the Wire was doing well for Kanye. And him wrecking and crashing the Lexus and breaking his jaw, that put him in a plateau where now he had to experience that loss just to be able to move forward. So that pain and fighting through that made his career. Then something happened. Fame, success, the drive for more, hanging around ritzy people, sedity people. He breaks up with his fiance and start lusting after all these other women that were not the type of women he was talking about in his songs. And he forgotten his community, forgot his roots, forgot where he came from. Instantly. It was about material things. But to an extreme. Then the loss of his mom, and that was the loss of Kanye. We lost him. No one knew how to reach him, like his mother would bring him back down to earth whenever he was spiraling. So this Kardashian thing would not have been taking place had his mom been alive. No, it wouldn't have. That would have been in check. Mom would have not been. No, I don't see that happen. I don't see Kanye going down that road with mom alive. But with 3 albums in, Kanye West was on the top of hip hop charts with 3 albums. Now, somebody might say, well, what happened? What happened to the sweet, lovable Kanye West? Well, he started to materialize into this I need attention, I need more. And when you have that I need more and I feel entitled, you rage out and spaz out. Now you're in control. You hold a corporation. You can call shots. Your chest is out bigger. You're yelling at people you normally wouldn't be yelling at. Now they're just like, look, dude, you used to be one of us. Just hoping to get heard and now making opinions and now you're snapping at people and you spazzing out and you're known for it. The Kanye West rant. You're drinking Hennessy out the bottle. Now you're a rock star. You don't even call yourself a rapper anymore. Now your rhetoric that will get laughed at in the studio is now being done on MTV and major networks, and the people are getting to see it. It's on a worldwide stage. So now that people get to see this type of rhetoric every day, now the world has to change, right? The world has to get a sense of what's going on. The world is watching Kanye West make a fool of himself. Now, everything changes. Everything turns full circle. Kanye West splits up and goes way off the grid. He splits with Jay-Z, splits with Beyonce, then he comes back and he's like, we ain't letting you back this time. No, this was too big of a bet. You went out to Beyonce. Now you're done. So he first got in trouble for defending Beyonce. Now he's banned for going after Beyonce. Now Kanye's on the outs. His Pablo tour stopped. And he had perfect gripe. That title move wasn't a good move because it was hurting artists' albums. What they were asking artists to do was sacrifice record sales to try to boost Tidal's net worth and basically worth in the streaming business, in the streaming world. Help us boost it so that they can have this streaming war. Now new albums are coming out and you can't get them unless you are on Tidal. And they could have done that a lot smarter. They end up hurting artists' record sales and ruining their projects. Like, the Pablo album would have done much better had it been released on all platforms when it came out instead of being delayed as much as it was, which drove Kanye West insane. He was going through the roof. He was mortgaged to the hilts because he's trying to buy this big mansion. Kanye West is the guy that if you give him $20 million, he's going to get a $40 million house. If he got $40 million, he's going to be looking at $60 million things. Kanye West is not going to be a guy that can be contained until now. Now that he's been humbled since he lost a lot of money and he tried to scam his insurance money out of the Lords of London, who made sure Kanye West will never be insured again. They paid out that after paying those premiums and those notes, he had to take a loan from Kim and go through all of this just so he can just get his money back because he was in the red big time. And he had to get right over to so that Kim would get her money back, make her part owner of his Yeezy brand. So now Kim Kardashian is part ownership of $1 billion business valuation rather. He gave her that. So he made it official, saying that she didn't ask. He felt he wanted to give her that, as far as just to show that his faith in her, that he wasn't using her. This is what he wanted to do as a gesture. Then he showed his allegiance to Donald Trump because everybody was hating Trump. He wanted to be the one that sided with Donald Trump and stayed with him. And he was all with Trump. Then when Trump won, he's wearing his MAGA hat. And it's keeping Kanye in the news. He gets with Candace Owens, who's responsible for his political information or misinformation in which he does. He made Van Lathan popular because Van Lathan stood up and was like, "I think you're a hypocrite and you're spitting in the face of black people." And Kanye West was thought he was, smart enough to hold a room conversation about political views with people from TMZ and found out that that wasn't a good idea. Then Van Lathan became a star. Now he matters. And, the black guy with the braids or the dreadlocks that be sitting up there with Harvey. They ain't forgot about him. Now it's about Van Lathan. He had a name. Then that flips around. And now you have the infamous I'm backing Trump no matter what. Now he's in the White House with Trump, with Jim Brown. He jumps up. Security almost took him out. Secret Service almost sniped him out. They pulled guns and everything on him. He jumped up and hugging the president. I love you, man. And Jim Brown sitting there looking like this dumb fool. He loving all the world media there and the coverage. That's all Kanye cared about was the flashing lights. So now that that's done, now he's talking about after all of this, he's gonna run for president. So that's all in the news. He's announcing he's running for president. Then after this, now he announces Kanye West announced that, hey, I'm done. This is it. I'm through. I have nothing to say, nothing to do with any of it. I'm just done. I'm giving up on Trump. Talking about he had the coronavirus since February. He want to be the first case. I had it since February. Y'all didn't know till March. I was the first one to have it. I just didn't say that. So apparently Kanye had it, ladies and gentlemen, according to him. Then Then after this, Kanye West also decided that he didn't like the fact that Trump hid in a bunker. Oh, he hid in a bunker. I can't be down with that, and I don't like the way he handled the coronavirus. Well, Kanye West did not file for, with any. He already missed the one deadline to file to run for presidency. He didn't collect the votes. He didn't do a lot of the things that you're supposed to do if you're going to run independently for president of the United States in 2020. So he didn't do any of those measures. So I doubt Kanye West is running for president of the United States of America, because that takes planning. It takes a lot. Even if you did it as a spoof, it would take a lot of organization. And that's something Kanye West does not have, and that's organization. So his denouncement of Trump must be telling me he's trying to bring something new out, a new album or some new shoes or whatever. But I'm done with Kanye, man. This guy does everything. Slavery was our choice. All this nonsense. You know, it's the chaotic world of Kanye West. So who's going along for the ride? Not me. Anyway, I'm out. Don't forget to hit up the Cash App. You can check out me going off. Hey, academics, those are your words on the Patreon. For anybody that was listening, you heard it through your own ears. So I'm out.